sis, let me tell you. Hey, it's your sissies. You're listening to Sis Let Me Tell You podcast. We're your hosts.
I'm Jess.
And I'm Jazz. Not me running out of air, as I was saying.
There was
What's
like
good?
2 words. Okay.
I know.
What it do? Wow.
Baby, what's up?
We had we attended crawfish boil, which was delicioso. Duh. But you had bigger plans than I did, so go ahead.
I mean, did I? For us, it's big.
Yeah.
Well, Tracy took me out on a date.
Okay.
First date in 2 years. Probably over 2 years. More than likely.
We don't have to dwell on that.
Okay. We don't have a babysitter, so that's numero uno. Our parents used to babysit, but we moved away from them. They don't live in the same city as us anymore, so we don't have built-in babysitters. And ever since we moved 2 years ago, we have yet to be alone. This was before the baby was born. I remember being pregnant. No alone time. So we finally got a date, and it was great. We went to I was about to merge two words together. We went to a comedy show, and we saw Hannibal Buress.
Yeah.
He was funny.
I believe it.
When he got on stage, I was like, who is this? He looks completely different than when the last time you seen him.
What do you mean?
He has locks. So he's got like a faded haircut, and then the top is all locked up.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah. And he's lost weight too. And he has facial hair.
He was already thinner. I don't know if he got even smaller.
He's small now. I mean, not skinny, but he's like small. He used to be thick. Mm-hmm. Not anymore.
Okay.
He was funny. His set was really good. Very long. It don't matter how enjoyable something is for me. And I know this is me getting old.
This is just you personally, yeah.
Well, Tracy felt the same way.
Oh.
So it's not just me. But this is one of the reasons why I can't sit through movies. I be getting tired of... I'm over it. No matter how good it is, I'm ready for it to end. If it lasts too long, I need it to end ASAP. Okay. I yawned so many times during that comedy show. It was bad.
Yawns instead of laughs, I guess.
I was laughing, but you know when you're constantly smiling, like your face hurts, and then it's like easier for you to yawn because your mouth is open already.
No, that's
not a true thing.
No,
I swear
that is not a thing.
I'm not making it up. I swear. Anywho, that's what happened. And then afterwards, we were sitting there like, well, now what do we do? It's only 8:30.
Wait. It was too long and it only lasted till 8:30?
Mm-hmm. It started at 7. It lasted until 9, excuse me. Because he had another set at 10. And I was like, well, at least he has like an hour to, in between shows. But he didn't get on right away. There was a guy that was like an
opener?
An opening act. He was the opening act to the opening act. Because there was a girl after him and she was really good. Oh, she was funny. I meant to
get her name.
Take a picture of her name. Yeah, because she was funny. I'm sure I can find it. But so we had a good time. And then after the comedy show, we went to Putt Shack, which is like a putt golf place.
Oh,
but it's indoors.
Goodness.
It's new in St. Louis. And so we had both wanted to go. So I'm glad he thought about it. We ended up driving to the Ferris wheel.
Oh, yeah.
By the aquarium downtown. And then I saw that they had putt golf and he was like, let's get back in the car. I know where we can go.
Oh, how
yeah.
sweet.
We were going to do the Ferris wheel, but we ended up going to putt. It was so fun. We'll definitely be
Come on, Spot Matey.
Yeah, I know. It was good. We were almost home. We were about to head home and then thought about it. Was fun. The balls are like computerized. So you keep your ball. And whenever you set it down and hit it, it keeps track of your points and everything.
Oh, wow.
It's nice. It was nice.
That is nice.
I lied. The drinks were not good. The food was good, though. We got a free pizza because somebody over-ordered. Anywho, yeah, that was my weekend. It was great.
Wow. Great job, Trey.
I know. He did good. It was a surprise. I didn't know it was coming.
Yeah. Yeah. And we didn't we just talk about this?
Yeah.
I can be surprised if you That's you. Yeah.
Yeah. Well.
And he did.
And
And shut up.
He did good. He He did good. And the baby did good too. So we heard while she was being watched, she did good. So we'll be doing it again soon, hopefully. You ready to get into this episode a little bit?
Well, we
got housekeeping. Yeah, you want to?
Yeah. Hop in.
Hop right in. Housekeeping. And Apple loves us. We keep talking about this. We're on their new and noteworthy podcast list. Still featured.
They said that we're going to be a permanent fixture, clearly.
We might as well be. I love it. I'm here for it. Brag on us too, like your friends, as if you're like our mother and you're like, yeah, my sissies, their podcast is featured on Apple. Go check them out. Tell a friend. That's how you could introduce it. Tell a friend. Follow us on IG and TikTok. Our handles are at Sis Let Me Tell You Podcast. Our Facebook group is Sis Let Me Tell You Podcast. It's a group. Go ahead and join it so you can join in on the discussions that we have about each episode. We post other things in there too, little pictures and videos and stuff like that. But that's really where we go to discuss whatever we're talking about in the episode. We can just dive in, get everybody's take.
Yeah.
IG, we typically will post the things that we talk about. So like if we're talking about somebody's haircut or like last week's Kyla Pratt's red carpet look, I put it in the episode. But for people not watching, you want to go see it without having to Google, just go to our Instagram page. And she keeps everything in order. So no spoilers. If you aren't finished, you just want to see that one picture, she'll hook you.
We got y'all.
Go ahead if you haven't already and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We have a new YouTube page. It's at Sis Let Me Tell You Podcast. Easy to find. Give us a 5-star rating and a glowing review on whatever platform you're listening on. Also follow the pod for notifications so that you're aware of new episodes each week. You ready to read the rating of the week, sis?
Yes. Okay, I got it pulled up here. Okay, so today's reading is from Nash01. I'm not sure how to pronounce it.
That's all right.
Nash. It is titled Love with 2 exclamation points, and it is 5 stars. Duh. Or you wouldn't be hearing it. And it says, I love the content. Funny and entertaining. A must-have on your podcast list.
Oh, that's good. Yay, thank you, Nacho.
Okay, now it's too many.
They'll know who they are. So
thank you. Thank you so much. It truly means a lot, and it does a lot for our show.
It really does. It helps listeners find us. And if that is you, contact us on Instagram or something. Be like, that's me.
Let us know.
Yeah, so we know who you are. Yeah, we appreciate it. If you want to support our show, go ahead and click the Linktree link in the show notes of this episode. You can find all the many ways that you can help support us. There are tons of ways. There's one-time gives if you're just like, I could throw this $20, $50 at them real quick. Or if you want to support us monthly, we have a plan that's as low as 99 cents a month. Come on.
You could
help us out. We need this. Okay, let me tell y'all how you should be supporting your sissies.
Yeah, please.
Support your sissies like you... Hold on. Start over. Support your sissies like your wobbly heels were supporting you at the club last night. Yeah. When you couldn't keep your balance and you didn't think you was going to make it back to the car, but you made it by the grace of God. Support us like those heels were supporting you. We
and
really
the heels
appreciate
didn't break
it. The heels did not break, but next time they might. So throw them bitches away.
They might. Or get a thicker
Give them the goodwill.
Stop trying to wear these stilettos out here. It's not worth it.
But girl, I was in DSW today. This is a sidebar.
Okay.
And I saw some cute heels. They were, first of all, huge.
Oh, really?
And I want to say they were Jessica Simpson, but they were really dressy too. I should have taken a picture because they were gorgeous. They were only $34, which is why I even considered. But I was like, bitch, when and where would you ever wear these?
Them? And would your ankles agree?
Would your ankles be able to last? Could the heels support the weight, Miss Girl? So I was like, bitch, leave them here. And I got some flat flip-flop sandals.
Good. That's good.
Yeah.
I didn't even know you went to that. Was funny. You know what?
I did.
Another
I was
thing.
waiting on your parents.
Oh, okay. There's a lot of different products now that help with heel wearing that I wish we
Like
had
what?
when we were wearing heels. Girl, there's like padding for certain parts of the foot that takes the
Oh,
weight off.
yes. Yeah,
And
yeah,
so
yeah. You're
don't
right.
slide forward, cramming your toes to the top.
You're correct.
We were just roughing it out here.
I
Raw
don't know
dog
if I
in
would have
these
paid the
heels.
money anyways, if I had the back then. I probably wouldn't have paid the money. I probably would have.
Because I tried a bunch of stuff. Stuffing tissue in the front of my heels.
Oh no.
Whatnot.
You thought tissue was gonna solve the problem? Girl. Okay, ad space. We have ad space available for businesses, big or small. Just send us an email. Voice memos. We've been asking you guys. Excuse me, we just started this, but we've been asking y'all to send us voice memos. Ask us a question, whatever. We'll answer it here on air.
make a
We'll play
comment.
it.
Yeah.
We got something. Let me play it for you, okay?
Yay! Okay, we're ready.
Let me know if you can't hear it though.
Okay.
Hi, Jess and Jazz. It's Liz. And I was just wondering, because I feel like I might be living under a rock, but is Chris Brown getting a little too much positive attention? Don't we still hate him? Just want to know your thoughts on that.
That's it. Liz!
Oh my God! First of all,
That's
it
cute.
sounded great.
Oh,
It sounded
good.
very clear.
Good.
Okay, so that's how we'll do it from here on.
Moving forward, yeah.
Okay, what event specifically are you referring to, Liz? And maybe you can chime in on Facebook and we can talk about it further. But
She's just asking what your current thoughts are on Chris Brown. Don't we hate him? Is
Okay.
he now not on our shit list? Which we've talked about in one of our somewhat recent episodes, and then I reneged on half the shit I said because I was like, oh, I did some digging and actually he's still in shit.
about his ex-girlfriend Karuchi.
Yeah. But go ahead.
I feel like my feelings about him haven't necessarily changed.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't look at him like the scum of the earth like I would like an R. Kelly,
Right.
but
Yeah.
but am I going out of my way to support him and show love? No, not really. If
Okay.
there's something that comes up about him, we're going to talk about it just because that's what we do here.
Mm-hmm.
But
He's supposed to be coming out with new music too, by the way. That's just a sidebar.
really?
I have a soft spot for Chris, which
Yes, you
I've
said
said this before. I think it's just because he's kind of grown up with us in a way. Legit.
Okay.
We're the
Yeah.
same age. And he's made all these mistakes in the public eye. And then, he's just kind of had to deal with them. There's still some immaturity there. We see that. But I don't hate him. Should I? Maybe. But I don't. He also wasn't whooping my ass. I wasn't personally in the room, so I really don't know. Not to say that these women that have come forward and said, like, he was trash to me, I believe him. But I also feel like, when does he get like I'm getting better? Or I don't know.
Do you hate someone forever for a past transgression?
Right.
Or do you give them time to grow and just hope that they do better? And then if they disappoint you again, then it's done?
Well,
I don't know.
he's done it multiple times, supposedly. So it's a pattern.
Yes, it is a pattern. But I'm wondering because that was in I would say a pretty distant past at this point.
Oh, you would? Okay.
Would we not?
That was like only a couple years ago, I'd say. How long have him and Karuchi been broken up?
I don't know. I thought it was 5.
I don't be.
Like,
Oh,
girl,
it
I
may
don't
have
know.
been. It may have been. And if so, that is, that's
To
a
me,
while.
that seems distant.
Yeah.
And if that's the case, and he hasn't had any other, really, really tumultuous
Incidences, yeah.
incidents with women or whatever.
And we also talked about him like not being in the public eye with any relationships since Karuchi, which might be by design.
It
may
very
say
well
like,
could be.
I'm gonna leave these bitches alone. I'm not gonna be myself. I'm gonna have sex in private. Yeah, I don't know what his deal is, but he may have learned like maybe I'm not the relationship type. Maybe I shouldn't be doing this. Let me just have casual flings, and then we don't have to worry about taking things so seriously. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, what are your thoughts, Liz? Because now I'm interested. And anybody else that's listening, what are y'all thoughts? Comment on Facebook and let us know.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll put that up. Maybe I can I'll think about this offline, girl. I don't have to put all my thoughts out here, but maybe I'll put something online for us to all kind of like join in and
Chime
talk about
in on it.
Chime in, yeah.
I wonder if
on
we
the
could
voice
do
memo.
polls on Facebook.
Oh, I bet you can.
Let's try
I can
it.
try that. Okay. I'll
would
look
be
into
good.
it. Yep, that would be. All right, let's get into some gossip.
Okay.
Let's meet Coach J. She's an author and a qualified life and women's coach. Be Restored Life and Women's Coaching provides coaching services specifically for women. She cares about the fellas too, but this one here is for the ladies. Coaching services are individually tailored to meet the needs of each client. Common focus areas usually include, but aren't limited to, overall mental, emotional, and relational healing with an emphasis on self-care and self-esteem. We all need that. Visit the website for all your coaching needs at BeRestoredWithCoachJ.com. Follow her on Instagram too, at BeRestored_CoachJ. If you guys haven't already, go back and listen to the episode where we had Coach J on as a guest. She spreads so much knowledge. You guys definitely need her. Hit her up. Ooh. Spill it, sis.
Your favorite nigga's wife.
Who?
Kanye.
His wife?
Bianca Sensori.
Oh, God. Why we keep talking about this bitch?
Because they just keep doing stuff.
Okay,
I
I'm
can't
listening.
help it. My finger
giving her a lot of
my finger be on the
airtime.
mouse like, don't click it. I got to. Okay, so
Her hand was shaking, y'all. She was hovering over the mouse.
Hold myself back from clicking, and it clicked anyway. And my eyes scrolled and read.
Okay, I'm okay with that.
So, we've been talking about the new Yeezy line drops that they're putting out. Okay, they copyrighted what is it?
Socks,
patented,
girl.
whatever. The
Trademarked.
shoe
They trademarked
socks,
it.
whatever they are. Well, they keep coming out with stuff that is gonna surprise you.
Okay.
Bianca was the model for one of the new products they have.
Okay.
It is an outfit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm describing it to you. It's a full body outfit. And there are multiple angles of her in this outfit.
Okay.
What it appears to be is almost like a mesh full body cat suit type of deal, to where it looks, on the parts that don't have color, it looks like you're nude.
Oh, her body looks manufactured, by the way. Go ahead.
Oh, it so totally does.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But the parts that do have color, it is blacked out, almost like a pattern is printed on you, almost.
Oh.
So there is a big, I'm so sorry. There is a big black box that covers up just the front, so that your boobs are held up and covered. You're not seeing nipple, but you see side boob and everything else.
I want to.
Then it's nude all the way down, and it has, like, how people have a, what do you call it? The happy trail, but the landing strip on your cooch. What is it called?
The landing strip.
Okay. Yeah. It looks like that, but that's to cover up your pussy. You got to be waxed if you wear this. Okay.
Whoa. Okay.
And then,
girl, where do you wear this?
You don't. Okay. Then from the back angle,
bitch, I'm looking at it.
Stop. It looks like tape, almost like a black cross. The long part is coming down over your crack, and then there's a smaller part that crosses over. It looks like a cross. I don't know why. And then, how
Jessica, this is tape.
This is so ridiculous.
This is tape.
No, when I was looking at let me finish.
Okay.
Then underneath, like, your ass cheek, like at the start of your thigh, it is all black going all down your leg. So your whole entire legs are covered black, and it goes straight into this very pointy witch-like kitten heel. It is so ugly.
They're boots.
I hate it. But I think it's all one piece. Like, it's just like an iteration of
thigh high, like they go all the way up.
Boot. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, it looks horrible. Okay, that's number one. Number two, to answer your question, when I saw it on a different site, It looked like it had the strap, like it is all connected, and there was a strap here. You could tell, like it was kind of like transparent, but you could see that it's like a mesh.
Sis, I'm looking at a picture and it looks like boob tape. It looks like one big ass rectangle of boob tape. It's even rippled here.
How would you apply it every time? You wear it once and don't wear it again?
This is all like, you know, when you walk on the runway, it's not realistic. And then they make versions of like streetwear. This is for show. This is for show. This is not really something
it doesn't
they're
look
selling.
Stuck to her skin in this picture that I'm looking at.
Okay. This one, it does. It looks like a rectangle.
Either way, though, it looks stupid.
I mean, you're not wearing that anywhere anyway. You can't wear that out. Girl, if you poop, that tape's going to come up off your ass crack. Then what? It's literally a cross. A piece of black tape cross.
Let me look and see if I can find it again on the other site that I saw it on. Okay. Because,
girl, this is ridiculous.
I want to know that I'm not crazy.
I actually saw something else about her while I was
hang on,
researching.
Okay.
Well, I was going to let you look that up and I was going to tell you.
Oh, I found it already.
Oh, okay. Oh, boy. They're making me sick with these new designs.
Yeah, I know. Girl, it's the same pictures. I don't know what I saw.
It looks like tape to me, but okay. That'll be interesting.
You know, it looks stupid, but
I feel like they're doing some of this just to get attention. Because you're going to click on it. We're going to talk about it because it's so racy. It's so out there. It's so different than something we've seen from them and probably anybody else. So we're going to talk about it. She came across my screen because some guy who must have been super tall. It was a nigga. They looked like they were in a mall or something. A store of some sort. And he's like, "Ooh, you sexy." He's recording her. But it almost looks like he's wearing a camera or something because she's talking to him as if she has no idea that he's recording. Yeah. And he's like, that's how he starts off the recording. "You sexy?" And she was like, "Oh, thank you." And he was like, "What you doing?" or something. And she was like, "I'm just in here buying some shorts." And he was like, "Oh, okay." Asking her questions. She was flirty as fuck and was like, "Can I take you out?" "I'm married." "I'm married." But the conversation went way too long. Like she entertained it far too long. Cause you start off with, "Ooh, you sexy." "I'm married, sweetie." And keep it moving. You telling him why you there. I was like, okay.
How strange.
It was strange.
And to be someone who is now famous in association with who her husband is, why would you even take the bait?
Well, she may not have
knowing
she thought it was real.
Even if she did think it was real, like even if someone else from far away was recording, she has no idea. There's always
she has dreams at night of escaping this nightmare that she's living in. So he was her escape plan, and then he blew it because he was recording her ass. All right, what else we got?
Stop.
What else we got? Okay, this is gonna blow you away.
Blow me away.
It's gonna blow you backwards. Jamie Foxx, you know we've been going round and round about what's the status, what's going on. Okay, well, for those that don't know,
another update, Jesus,
living under a rock. It's not an update; it's a new take. Okay. Just to give a little background for those that I don't know ain't never listened to this show before, shame on you, or welcome.
Okay. Wait.
Shame on you. He it's been over a month now that he had a medical condition,
mysterious medical emergency
that nobody has elaborated on. He had a medical emergency and went to the hospital, and that's literally all we know. We know that his daughter has been talking for him. We have not heard from him directly, even though she claimed he was out playing pickleball.
Yeah.
People are like, "You lying. All y'all lying. It's conspiracies out the wazoo." Some of the conspiracies, and I like a good conspiracy if
okay.
if there's some backing to it.
Okay.
There are a lot of people, fans, whoever, that think he's dead. They think he's dead. They think he is dead, and either if he comes back, it ain't him. Okay, you know how weird science is getting. Just bear with me, sis. You know how weird and strange science is getting? Mm-hmm. They think like he could be cloned or something like that, but they were like, if he comes back, it ain't gonna be him. It ain't him. Whoever comes back, it will not be the real Jamie Foxx. We have not heard from him. We
Except for that one tweet.
We ain't heard from him from his account that his daughter could have tweeted.
Oh, totally.
Yeah. Okay. Other what were some other conspiracies? That was the main one that he's something's wrong. Like they're not telling us something.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's been my take pretty much the whole time. I was like, yeah, they're not updating us intentionally.
You're correct.
Mm-hmm.
You're correct. The other conspiracy is that someone was trying to kill him.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. And they either were possibly not successful. We're assuming he wasn't, unless he's dead, but that goes along with the other conspiracy. That somebody was trying to kill him and there was a reason for it. Mm. So there have been stories that when he was in the hospital, he called the police to come in and they took like a statement from him and he claimed that somebody was after him. Y'all remember when we talked about, this was months ago, when somebody tried to extort him for $40,000? Remember that? It was really strange. It was like a fan or somebody was trying to get money from him. And I think he ended up realizing what was going on and reported it or something. But it was really weird.
Did we talk about that?
Yes. That was months ago. We talked about it a long time ago.
I do not recall. But
I don't remember all the details, but it really doesn't matter. But I think it does say something about what he may have been experiencing. I know he was finishing up that Netflix series. And at the very end of filming is when he was having difficulties. Mm-hmm. The conspiracy is Diddy is the one that's trying to kill him.
Wait a minute.
Listen. Okay. Stay with me, okay?
Bitch, you lost me twice.
No. Stay here. Stay right here. Okay. You know how Diddy throws these massive lavish parties, but they are tip top secret. You can't say nothing. You can't do nothing, which makes sense for celebrities, because usually when celebrities come, they want to be able to let loose, and whatever they're doing, whatever they're participating in, doesn't get exposed.
Right.
I can understand that.
Yeah.
From what I've read and listened to, girl, I went into a literal rabbit hole today.
It sounds it.
And he throws these parties, but I've heard from multiple celebrities that he will drug you. He gives drugs, and it's like mind-altering drugs. Jamie Foxx has spoken up about it. Kanye has spoken up about it. T.I. has spoken up about it.
Oh, shit.
Yes. I'm sure there's others. The reason they're saying that Diddy did this is because Jamie has recently started coming out giving details about these parties Diddy has been throwing. And it alludes to the idea that Diddy is gay.
Oh, shit.
Now, let me back up the idea that he's gay.
Okay.
Or likes men. He may like women as well.
Yeah.
Diddy, I watched several clips from celebrities where they're like, okay, there was one where he was doing an interview with Kevin Hart. They're grown. Like, this is like fairly recent. Diddy has his arm around Usher, and then Kevin Hart has a mic interviewing him, and he asked him something, and then Diddy started talking, and he's probably drunk as fuck. And that's when he talks too much, when he gets to drinking or on something, and then he don't remember what he's saying, and it don't make no sense. So Kevin Hart asked him something, and then Diddy said, yeah, I mean, man, we used to basically, like, we go way back. We used to wake up we ain't used to wake up. We used to fight over the Frosted Flakes, man. Man, he get up early. We used to fight over the Frosted. Huh? And Kevin Hart was like, whoa, wait. You know Kevin Hart gonna call it out. Wait, go back. Wait, what? What was you singing? Y'all was waking up. What are you singing? Then Jamie Foxx, there was a clip of him saying that he remembers Usher being at one of the parties, and Usher was 13 years old, sleeping on the couch. 13 years old in Diddy's house during these inappropriate ass parties. Nick Cannon. It wasn't Nick Cannon. It was Nick Cannon was 13. Oh. Sleeping on the couch during a party, and he was like, Usher was over going to parties with him at the age of 10, I think. Okay. Girl, Justin Bieber. When Justin Bieber was new, he has a clip where he's like, man, Justin Bieber, he's in town he gonna be with me for the next 48 hours. He was like 13, 12, girl, in these videos.
So not only is it lending to liking men, possibly, it's also giving
little boys. Grooming. Now, that wasn't the huge focus, but when I heard all these teens, you know, little kids, I was like, ugh, okay. And then there was a interview where he was on Nori, his show, and he kept calling him daddy on the radio show. Man, no, because daddy, you was, and they were like, huh?
Who was calling who daddy?
Diddy was calling Nori daddy on the show. He said it multiple times. Sis.
What the fuck is this?
Then he was asked about it when he was on the Charlemagne the God on the Breakfast Club. He was asked about it. They played the clip for him calling him daddy, and he refused to address it. He kept going around it like, man, you know, Jess, this is wild. I'm talking wild. So basically they're saying, the conspiracy theorists are saying he did this because Jamie Foxx was alluding to the idea that he may be gay, and he's giving out too many details about the party, blah, blah, blah. And then all these people wind up dead around Diddy. They were talking about all the people from back in the day when he used to record music, and everything that everybody had in common was they were either doing a tell-all. His ex-wife, Kim Porter, she was working on a tell-all, and then she ends up dead. And then the autopsy comes back and he don't like the results, and the doctor, whoever, it winds up dead. It's like really weird stuff. Everybody dies around him, but he's good.
What?
Jess. When I say a rabbit hole, I dived in that bitch and I was like, I gotta get out. I gotta get out of here.
Dig myself.
I'll be here all night.
Yeah. Okay, first of all, damn good investigating.
Thank you.
This was a ride.
I know.
2, my thought is maybe all of this is Jamie's cover, that, you know, maybe the hit on him was not successful, and they're just trying to keep things a secret so they don't know his location.
That, and he probably wants this investigation to get started before he goes home, or they tell everybody about his whereabouts. He's at home, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I wonder if that's why there's so little information, that they're just trying to keep him safe from whoever this person
There's
is.
also people that think that, sorry to cut you off, that think he said no to somebody, like the Illuminati or something, and he wouldn't agree to do something, and so they hit him where it hurts, and tried to kill him or whatever. Yeah, it's crazy, girl. Speaking of, let me just throw this out there. This is something else I saw. Totally different person, but it was also conspiracy themed.
Okay.
I'll be quick about this one, but I was like, bitch, you lying. Britney Spears. Jamie Foxx. Remember that big announcement? His daughter said that they have a new show coming out together, supposedly. Okay. It's a game show. It's called We Are Family. It's going to be on Fox, which is funny because their last name is Fox. It won't premiere until 2024. We'll talk more about it, you know.
Okay.
When the time comes. Hear more but details. That was that little.
Okay.
Okay. So speaking of conspiracies, I saw this TikTok. about Britney Spears. You know, she do them dancing videos.
Oh gosh. Yeah.
Okay? How she's always twirling. Well, there is a conspiracy theory that she's dead as well.
Bitch.
And that this is not her dancing in these videos. So there was a video, and you know, people love to dig deep and then let us know their findings. She's dancing in a video, and she's got a brown-eyed filter on. You can see the filter in the video, you know, on the side or whatever filter they're using. So she's dancing and she's doing her arms like this. And as they slow down the video, you saw this?
No, but I know what you're going to say. Like the filter falls off, just like J-Lo's. Remember when she wrinkled up?
Yes. Whoever this was dancing has blue eyes. Britney Spears has brown eyes, and they're using this filter. When she lifted her face, it did look like somebody else's. It was scary to me. This stuff like this is scary to me anyway, because I'm a big ass baby.
And yet you're bringing this to the
I know.
table.
I have to. It was too interesting not to mention.
Okay.
They think that somebody that, you know, after all that conservatorship and stuff, they're like, she's not with us. Somebody else is pretending to be her online. And you know how all this AI shit, like somebody could easily do it if they really, really wanted to. But I'm like, has no one seen her in person?
Well, but I mean, we saw her get married though, and that was real.
Yeah. How do we know it's real now though?
We don't.
Girl, I don't know. These are all conspiracy. Don't come from me, whoever listened to y'all. But
jeez Louise, that
isn't that crazy?
Something.
Yeah, y'all go look into it.
If you thought that you tuned into Sis, Let Me Tell You, Let's Laugh, you're wrong. You tuned into it's a conspiracy. Don't believe anyone.
Let's get creepy.
Everyone's dead. I mean,
that's all the scary stuff that I have for this episode.
It was enough to last.
This is like true crime. This could have been a true crime segment, y'all. All right. Yeah. Whatever.
Okay. Well, Gabrielle Union. She had an interview with Bloomberg Originals. I don't know. You know who that is?
Yeah. It's a huge publication.
Which I've never heard of it. Okay.
Bloomberg?
Okay. Never. Okay. Anywho, well, she had an interview with them, and it was, I mean, she's talking about all kinds of things. Like, this is not what the whole interview is about. But
yes,
what stuck out to people was this one clip. And that's what we're going to talk about. So the host is asking her a question about, you know, feeling secure and, you know, financially and whatever. I mean, obviously her and Dwayne Wade have come to a very successful point in both of their careers and blah, blah, blah. And basically her response is what had people in a chokehold. So tizzy, ready to tussle. And because she said, you know, in our household, we split everything 50-50. And then she also said that due to the other households that they support outside of their own, they feel like a constant gorilla on their backs.
Oh.
Almost like, you know, oh, you want to relax? You want to sleep in? You better get your ass up and work. Somebody ain't going to be able to eat.
Oh, no, I would hate that.
Jasmine. That had me. Now,
I would hate that.
Right. I think people were eating her up solely based on the fact that she said that they split everything 50-50. That's not what had me. What had me is them both probably being the sole successful member in their families and feeling that they have to take care of everybody. How stressful is that? So there were a lot of responses on Twitter.
Of course.
One person says,
they ate her up.
Gabrielle Union says she go 50-50 with a man who's a part owner of an NBA team. The lights are on, but nobody's home.
Oh, gosh.
I know, very harsh. Then this other person says, One, it's 3 bullet points.
Uh-oh.
One,
Damn,
I'm not splitting anything with a man who's got 3 kids plus a bonus kid. 2, I'm not splitting anything with a man who made a bonus child that I got to look at as a constant reminder. 3, why does millionaire Gabrielle Union sound like she's living paycheck to paycheck with a husband?
A rich husband. Rich. That's what you leaving out. They both got money. And she been doing this for a long ass time. Mm-hmm. That's frustrating.
It is. So what are your thoughts on that?
Okay, so
they're a blended family. Mm-hmm. You know, he did have that kid on her. Go ahead. Yeah. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, you're going to have to make up for that. Well, I did see the headlines, but I didn't read into it. And I'm so glad you brought this to the table because I wanted to hear your thoughts on this just anyway. I probably would have asked you on the phone if we wouldn't have talked about it.
Okay.
I think that, okay, we're both married. We know how it works. You know, it's a lot of single women out here talking about, I ain't splitting nothing. And your ass single as a fucking dollar bill. You sure are. Because households work the way households are set up. In that household. So what works for them is what works for them. Yeah. And the reason why it works for them is because they're in the know of their household bills. Y'all don't know nothing about that. So they may go 50-50 on things. Not to say they may make about the same amount of money, to be honest. They may have about the same amount of money. He probably has to pay child support for some of these kids, things like that. So they may be bringing in about the same. And so why wouldn't they? Could they probably both save? Feeling like, well, my man got to pay for it all to take care of me, and you gonna have a hard life unless your nigga just wants to shell it out. But if this is a partnership and you guys are working together, now it really sucks to hear that they're, you know, we gotta keep working in order to put food on everybody's table. That's unfortunate because you're living to support other people. Are you truly enjoying what you're bringing in? And is that a stress on your marriage, on your relationship? And then these other relationships that you're supporting, I don't want that. Mm-hmm. I don't want to have to support and be like the reason why somebody eats or doesn't eat that day. That sounds terrible.
It does.
Yeah.
And now I kind of wish I would have listened to the entire interview.
Okay.
I had plenty of time. I didn't even think about it till just
now.
But I mean, honestly, they may have focused on this for a second and then moved on. Who knows? Yeah. I don't know if she went further into it. She may not have.
Yeah.
But there's so many different ways that this could be looked at.
Yeah.
And I feel like people take something at face value and they look at it one way.
Yes.
Which is strange to me. So the first thing I was thinking was, like you said, they could be making about the same.
Yeah.
They're not, neither one of them are in a traditional job where, you know, the women get paid less than the men, which in their industries possibly, but they're not even in the same industry.
Correct.
So they could be about even.
Yeah.
Okay. That's number one.
Yeah.
Number two, if they're both shelling out money to care for their entire families, maybe her family is more needy than his, to where if he does happen to make more money than her, you know, they're putting more money towards her family. So then she's got to, you know, just to keep things even. I don't know. Yeah. Also, if that's how they want to rock, because I'm sure he didn't say, this is how we're doing it. And she's like, okay. They came to an agreement. Mm-hmm. And if it works for them, it works for them.
Right.
Also, she's saying it on air because she clearly does not care what we think.
No,
okay.
Clearly.
You know, it is what it is. In our household, that may not be the way that it works, but also we not working with the big money they working with. So I'll shut up, you know?
Yeah. Right.
I don't know.
And then them mentioning the outside baby. I mean, again, if I'm married to this person and I've decided to forgive and let it go, that's truly what you have to do. You have to let it go. Otherwise, she's going to carry nothing but resentment into this marriage along the way, and it's going to continue to be an issue. So clearly she's dropped that, and it don't have nothing to do with money.
Right. And she's choosing to love the child. You don't want to affect the child just because you're upset that this happened. If you're going to move on, like you said, you have to truly move on.
You gotta move on, or don't. I mean, if they've taken the proper steps in order to get over it. Now I could see if she was still, struggling through it, and that could possibly be the case, but bills ain't got shit to do with that. They still got to pay these bills. So,
right.
I could see like he'd be indebted to her because he fucked up, but they clearly moved past it. People, we love to weigh in, don't we? That was good. Thank you for bringing that up.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Okay, we talked about Lil Wayne and this concert. This little concert he's throwing.
Yeah. The one that's streaming, right?
Oh, where was it supposed to be streaming at? LA? Was it the last stop?
The last stop. Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, that's interesting that you say that. I forgot all about that. Mm-hmm. Well, he had his last stop last week.
Okay.
May 13th. That was a Saturday. So, yeah, the week before last. But this all came out last week. This was his Welcome to the Carter tour that he had, the expensive one that we talked about. He got on stage and was performing, but he also brought on some of his artists, his Young Money artists, on the stage to perform. I don't know none of these people.
I was going to say, do we know him? Because I don't know who he's working with.
I'll tell you who they are. They will not ring a bell to you personally, sis. I know for a fact.
Okay.
Alan Cubas, Lil Twist, and Yaj Kader.
Bitch, how are they all so hard to pronounce except for Twist?
I don't know. Okay. Who are these people? Well, okay. So he started the concert late. First of all, he was an hour late starting.
Hour?
He was an hour late. Then he ran through some of his songs, and then he brought on these new artists to perform. Well, I guess the audience wasn't as into it as the artist performing as he would have liked. So he got on stage and said, "We appreciate it, but we ain't about to be bending over backwards for these folks." He said, "We work too hard for this shit. We work way too hard." And then walks off the stage. Girl, he ends the concert early.
Like how early? Like how long did they get into it?
He had performed for an hour.
Oh, he had performed for an hour. He was an hour late.
No. Yes. He was an hour late, but he had just started his set. I'm sorry. He did not. I don't know how long he performed, to be honest. Okay. But from the sounds of it, people were like thinking he was going to come back out. He was done. I don't know why he would bring these artists. First of all, I don't want to hear these artists. That's not what I'm here for. I want to hear you because I bought tickets to see you. But then you want us to be excited about some artists we don't know.
Or
that's
not fair. As your openers. That's exactly what those slots are for,
sis.
Don't put them on in the middle of what your performance should be, and then be mad because we don't want to hear it.
He was disappointed in the audience's engagement. He was thinking like, you guys aren't giving them enough love. Well, we don't know them, and that's not who we came to see, and we're tired because you made us wait an hour on your little funky ass. Yeah.
That's unrealistic of him to expect.
I think so too. He introduced the artists and then they all walked off stage and he did not come back. I would be pissed and I want my money back.
Yeah.
And I'm never checking for you again.
Oh no, that permanent.
Yeah. Because you did me dirty.
I feel like it was not the best move. It wasn't. They should have been the openers, and then whoever arrives there early, which would have been a lot of people, I'm certain, they would have heard it. And then
they had an hour. Yeah, they could have been performing in that entire hour that they made everybody wait.
I'm sure they were all in the same whip. So they were probably all late, I would assume.
Maybe.
But that's just how you're supposed to do it. We don't care about someone we don't know.
Yeah.
After who we came to see has already hit the stage.
Yeah.
That's
it's
just
over.
how that goes.
Yeah.
That's like
let them be your
see,
hype man or something.
Yeah. That's like going to see a boxing match. And then your favorite boxer that just now stepped on.
Oh, they don't knock your computer over, sis.
All right. They throw 3 punches and then somebody new comes out. You like, now wait a minute.
Well, who is this?
What is this?
Because I'm not interested. Yeah. Well, yeah. But now I'm wondering, did he stream it? And what does everybody think about him ending it early if this is the one that he was streaming? I'd be pissed about that too, $15 or not.
I would hope not. That they wouldn't. And I can understand why he would choose to do it because all of those eyes on these new artists.
Well, yeah, but
sounds like
you don't give a fuck about them. Introduce them on your IG Live or something.
Not yet. We don't care yet.
No, we don't.
Yeah. Well.
Little girl.
Little girl. Okay. This was interesting.
Okay. I see the name. I'm intrigued.
Ja Rule. Okay, so what I be when I'm a baby. Okay, girl, I guess this is a big company because it was another interview with Bloomberg Business. Now wait.
Really? They said let's get all
I have
the niggas.
never seen this name before and now it's twice.
You've definitely seen it.
I have not.
Yeah, you have. I know you have.
I have not. Shut up.
Okay.
So he had an interview with Bloomberg.
Okay. They said line up all the niggas. Let's just interview them one by one.
One after the other.
Yeah.
Basically, he is considering selling some of his catalog, his music catalog.
Okay.
A lot of people are doing that now. We've brought several people to the table who've done it. Mm-hmm. And he's in talks about doing it because he's discovering how lucrative it is. His catalog is.
Okay.
Which is great. And he's now kind of looking to sell.
Okay.
Now here's the twist.
Oh.
And I don't even know if this is a thing or he just talking. Mm-hmm. He wants it to be a reversion type of selling of his catalog.
Nobody wants that.
Basically he's selling it to whomever is the buyer. Mm-hmm. And then, and who knows how much time is going by, a while later, it goes back to his family. Now,
when he dies, it goes back to his family?
I don't know. No, I didn't say, I don't know how much time is going by in between him selling it and when it goes back to them. I don't know. Okay. But the only reason he's considering it now is the value of people playing his records and, you know, his songs. The percentage has gone up by 15% or gone up to 15%. And so he's like, okay, so there's more money out there to be had. Let's talk about it. Let's get to talking.
Okay.
But I just don't understand how any business person would agree to those terms.
I mean, how much is he going to get? $15? I mean, what kind of money we talking?
He never.
It ain't going to be that damn much, Ja. Stop.
He never mentioned a dollar amount.
Because he can't sell the rights to songs that aren't just him. He did every song. What song do you know that he did by himself that you like?
Well, I want to say if you have a feature and not like someone who's like co-writing or something with you, I think that's still your track. So you could probably sell it.
Okay.
I would imagine.
Still, these people don't care about Lil Mo, Ashanti. They don't care. Who is he selling? I mean, he's not going to get that much, sis. I mean, I'm happy for him that he's getting more than what he would have, but I'm glad that he's also trying to be smart about it. Now, they may hit him with a fat ass no. when he brings this to them, but I'm glad he's thinking about it.
It
Like,
could
I want it
absolutely
back
be.
for my family. So
It could
that's
absolutely
cute.
be a no. Yeah. And he's only saying that he is thinking about giving up only half his catalog. Now, how much?
Girl, it's 3 songs.
How much is even in this catalog?
He's talking about 3 songs, $5 a piece.
Not $5 a piece.
$5 a piece, $5 per song.
15.
And that's the price that went up.
That's the raised price. Stop it. That's really it. I couldn't tell you the true terms of what this is. It sounds like he's just floating the idea. I don't think he has anything set in stone on the table. So,
okay, got it. Let's get into some drive-by, shall we?
Okay, this was funny to me.
Okay.
Halle Bailey. Mm-hmm. We don't talk about her a ton.
No.
I'm gonna
reason.
I'm gonna start by saying I don't know shit about her and her relationship.
Okay.
Nothing.
I hear enough.
Nada. Well, she and they called him an E-list rapper, DDG, have rumored to have broken up. Mm-hmm. Sounds like this is not the first time they've broken up, which is goofy. It's like, we still doing that? Okay. Mm-hmm. It sounds like they're kind of on again, off again. Mm-hmm. Well, Twitter was celebrating the fact that they broke up. They feel like she's too good for him. Oh. But then there were other people. I know. But then other people were coming to light saying, like, how you going to call him an E-list rapper? And they put up side by side their Spotify's, like their monthly listeners and stuff. And he had way more. I mean, she's only got one song. It's the Little Mermaid is like the popular.
Yeah.
Because all her other recordings have been with Chloe.
Oh, shit. I didn't even think about that.
So they were like, how is he an E-list rapper? And
well, blah, blah, I mean, blah, blah, she still has a movie, so, you know.
Either way, do I care? There are no stakes in it for me personally. I do not care.
Okay.
I thought it was very, very funny. Mm-hmm. And here we are. He's 25. I guess he has a song called Elon Musk. I mean,
I've never heard his music, but
me neither. He looks okay. I mean, he's not doing anything for me personally. Now, he took the E-list rapper comment
and
very well. Yes. He laughed at it. Yeah, he was just like, E-list rapper is kind of funny, not gonna lie. Yeah. And then he posted a video of him like kind of laughing into the camera or whatever. Uh-huh. It's like he's not taking it seriously, which is the best way to take it, I would say.
Okay.
But people are absolutely celebrating them possibly breaking up. And so I'm looking at the side by side of the Spotify's. Mm-hmm. He has 5.1 million monthly listeners.
Damn.
It's a lot. That's and she has 1 million monthly listeners, a little over that.
That's because who's gonna listen to Part of Your World that many times?
1 million kids and only kids.
They ain't got Spotify. They ain't got the account.
They put it on and they say hush.
They're listening to it on YouTube Kids.
And then one of his, you know how they have the songs, like the popular songs or whatever. His number one is Moonwalking in Calabasas. And it had, I'm trying to read it from here. These numbers are tiny. Girl, 281 million plus listens on that.
Damn. That's
a lot.
That is a lot.
I had to do the commas. I was like, wait, is that million or billion? Bitch.
Get it together.
Anyway.
Well, I saw something soon after that they weren't broken up. She tweeted something about her man.
Oh, okay. See,
I was just trying to find it, but I can't find it.
Oh, okay. And that I thought was the on and off again thing. Because I saw something about that also, where they've broken up before and they had unfollowed each other on Twitter or Instagram or something like that. And then she's on an interview glowing about him. It's like, okay, well, which is it? Who can keep up? And who
his
cares?
ex is Ruby Rose. This was like months ago. We never did talk about this.
No, we didn't.
But I remember reading it and I giggled a little bit, and I don't know why. I just did. But they were like, I don't know. Ruby Rose must have said something about Haley. And I think Haley was wearing Halle. Damn, I can't never get it right. Girl, this not in my hair. I'm looking for some scissors, but I ain't got. I'm ripping it out. Halle was wearing one of Ruby's old shirts, and I guess it was unbeknownst to Halle, Miss Girl. She posted the picture of her wearing it, and then Halle wearing it. Oh, this is embarrassing.
That is embarrassing. He kept the shirt.
Girl, I don't know.
And then say, here, put this on.
That's embarrassing, though. Either way,
extremely.
Okay, well, like, maybe they're broken up. Maybe they're not.
Who knows? Who cares?
It does seem like more drama than it's worth.
It is way more. Like, them two as individuals, I don't care too much about anyway. They're too young for me. That's
agreed.
Fun.
She's
younger
boring
than
to me.
It's like, okay, where do we draw the line?
Yeah, she's boring to me. Dry.
I wouldn't say she's boring. I wouldn't go as far to say she's boring. I don't know enough about her.
Yeah, exactly, because she's boring. We don't hear shit about
Stop.
her.
Don't try and make that my thing. It's not.
It is your thing. Agree with me.
I just don't know hardly anything.
Okay, Beyonce, your girl. Who run the world, girls? She has a new venture. Oh. So we think. Okay. People are just kind of putting two and two together, but I think it's safe to say. She about to start a hair-related project. Oh. She posted a picture of her doing her own hair. And then the next picture was of her getting her hair done. You know, her mom used to have a hair salon. She used to, they used to sing for the people in the hair salon while they were getting their hair. Yes, they used to sweep the salon or some shit. So she posted a picture of her getting her hair done. And this was the picture I saw when we were on the phone the other day. And I was like, girl, Blue Ivy looked just like Beyonce. Girl, it is Beyonce.
Huh?
As a little kid. I thought it was Blue Ivy.
Oh, okay.
It's Beyonce, girl. We were just on the phone casually talking, and I saw it, and I was like, oh, she's really looks just like her now. Girl, it is Beyonce. And then the next one is a handwritten note from Beyonce, basically like, did y'all know my first job was sweeping hair in my mama's salon? Destiny's Child got our first start by performing for clients while they were getting their hair done, blah, blah, blah. So people think that she's about to start a hair something venture.
I can see that. Bitch, do you remember that video long time ago, where Beyonce was either doing her actual hair or something, and I think it was the lighting behind her. It looked as thin.
I do remember that now.
And I always thought that that's what her hair was looking like up under whatever wigs and we. Well, now you're saying she's getting her hair done. Is it good now or what?
Girl, it's weaving here. She was doing her own hair like she's curling it, but it's not all hers.
Oh, okay. I thought it was more of a
hair venture.
Okay.
Hair venture as in maybe extensions, weaves, wigs.
Okay.
Or I doubt products is. I doubt it. I bet it's more like weave and.
I see. Okay.
I bet.
Got you.
That's what I would think. And people gonna buy it. She was like, my clothing line didn't do the trick, so let me try hair.
Do you remember House of Darion? Oh, Jesus. That was before she had such a loyal following.
And even now, people are like, we wasted our money.
Girl, I was going to put this on the list, and then I didn't know if it was significant enough. But now that you brought up Beyonce, here we go.
Okay.
This is from the Renaissance tour.
Okay.
This is what this is all the talks about her right now. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, she broke a record.
What's the record? People?
For the largest audience of this century for a female artist at Belgium's King Bouden, I don't know how to pronounce that, stadium with a reported attendance of 53,000 fans.
Wow.
That's huge.
Is that a lot? I guess that is.
Yeah.
I don't know how much is a lot in like a stadium, but
It's huge. And I'm wondering, I didn't look into it, so
it's okay. It's a
I'm
drive-by.
wondering if it's like in this stadium, you know, the number is counted for this stadium, or if it's any stadium. Because I feel like, yeah, there's stadiums that are probably bigger than that, but I don't know.
Well, she sold that many tickets. There were that many people in attendance for a female artist.
Yes.
No matter how big the stadium is.
Yeah, right.
Wow, very good. And it's just starting. That's the crazy part about it. It's
crazy.
just begun. They ain't even came over to the U.S. yet.
Ain't even come to the U.S. yet.
That's crazy.
The girlies are ready.
Oh, something else about Beyonce and her husband, Jay-Z. Y'all know I like to dibble and dabble into the house realty market. Girl, what's it called? The housing market.
Yeah.
Girl, it's a new season now. I cannot wait to hit play on that bitch.
I saw the ad for it and I was like, oh, Jazz will be happy.
Halt. Before I go do this, I have to ask. And I saw somebody post this on Facebook today and I was like, I've been meaning to ask this. Are there any of our listeners that watch Vanderpump Rules? Holler at me on Facebook.
We know at least Liz does.
I know Liz does. I know she does. And one of Tracy's friends, wives does, because she's the one that put it on Facebook, EC. She was like, it's got me in a chokehold. Girl, me too. And she was like, I thought I was the only person of color that was watching this show. I said, no. And I have a feeling there's so many more, but it's like, who's watching it? We got to talk, y'all. It's too much. Before this 3-part reunion comes up, we got to talk about it. Okay, that's a sidebar.
The reunion was already happening.
No, it's a 3-part reunion. The finale, it was a second finale. They filmed the finale, then all this stuff broke about Scandal. And then now they did a whole new finale. They turned the cameras back on and did a whole new finale. And bitch, it is trippy.
Not them dragging it out.
They have to. It's too much information that we would have missed if they wouldn't. Okay. It all came to light. It's crazy. I've been feeling Jessica and she don't watch. She don't get no fuck. I've been feeling her in, but it's not fun because she don't care. She don't know. She don't know the people.
Oh, I don't have to know the people. Yes, the story's good enough to hear. I'm good.
Okay, if there's anybody out there in TV land that enjoys Vanderpump Rules and wants to talk about it, I will bring it to the show if y'all are interested. It's
and I'll
just I could do a small snippet even.
Yeah,
or we could just take it offline and talk about it.
Yeah. I think bringing it on to the show, if people are interested in that, go for it. I don't have to add anything. I'll just be here to listen.
Too good. Ooh, it's too good. Okay, we're back to where we were at. Jay-Z and Beyonce.
Yes,
they just purchased the most expensive home ever in California. Ever.
That seems hard to beat,
sis.
In the whole state?
Yes.
Bitch, you lying?
No.
How much is it?
They purchased it for $200 million. Bitch, $200 million. The record before they purchased this home was $177 million.
Who bought that one?
I don't know. That was just the most expensive property in California at the time. This is the second most expensive real estate deal in the country, sis.
Bitch, you're lying.
I'm not. The top real estate deal in the country being $238 million. And it's for a New York City apartment.
Oh, like the whole building.
No, it's an apartment that somebody lives in, but it's probably like a penthouse or something crazy.
Oh, okay.
Girl, it's an apartment. Yeah, not a building. No.
Get the fuck out of here.
Is that not insane?
It almost makes me angry.
Okay, now
why y'all got this much money?
Let me just tell you about it. It's made of concrete. The entire thing is made of concrete. They got an unbelievable deal, sis. It says the home was quietly listed for a whopping $295 million.
So it was supposed to be $300 million, really.
And everybody was probably looking at it like, bitch, now you know you ain't finna get that. But it sits on an 8-acre bluff overlooking the Pacific Ocean in the Paradise Cove area. It's also known as Billionaire's Row. It's an architectural jewel designed by Tadao Ando.
Not
He's
Tadao.
a girl. That's what it looked like, and that's what I'm sticking with. A Japanese master architect who is also designing the house Kanye West bought in Malibu. It was once owned and built by William Bell, one of the biggest art collectors in the world. It took Bell, the guy that previously owned it, almost 15 years to build the all-concrete structure. I'm in awe.
I mean, are there pictures of the inside?
No pictures of the inside, just the outside. Bitch, it's concrete. What are we looking at? It looks like there's plenty of land and privacy, but you know, now this is their second most massive sale. They just bought an expensive property in 2017. They bought it was in LA. It's a Bel Air mansion for $88 million.
No, wait,
and they're
not
keeping
two in the same state.
They're keeping
those
it.
areas not close or what?
Probably not, sis. You know how traffic is. It's like, well, let's just stay in the Bel Air mansion tonight. You know, that might be the case.
That
I don't know.
seems goofy to me, though.
No, it's not. They're not. And they're doing this, I'm sure, for real estate. They're making money. They're doing this to
of course,
build their portfolio. So they ain't going to spend no money just.
No, I know. They're very, very smart,
responsible,
savvy business people.
Yeah. That's it. I thought that was cool. I was like, yeah, I'm going to talk about it.
Get out of here now.
$2 million. Oh, my God.
Well, let me bring us back to earth.
Yeah, because that's unreal.
You seen that picture floating around of Ice Spice and her mama?
No. Is she cute? She look like her.
Is she?
Really? Oh, I'm about to look her up.
People are going nuts over her mama.
Really?
I'm sure she's young.
She probably our age.
Yeah, I'm sure she's young because that's just how it works. Now, it was a picture from 2021 of Ice Spice back to back with her mom, and they're touching booties. And Ice Spice's mom's booty is Tadao. Speaking of that,
oh, her mama cute.
Designer, she's super cute. Everybody is going nuts. Like, where the fuck she at? Let's find her. Let's talk about her.
So does Ice Spice sometimes. Them eyes give.
No, she looks like Kiki Wyatt by the face to me.
She does kind of look like Kiki. Girl, she done had that belly button is screaming lipo.
Her belly button is giving.
It looks sealed. It looks sealed.
Yes, she's definitely had some surgery.
But she's cute.
She's cute. She is cute, and the internet was losing it.
Oh, I'm sure.
So then people started going down a rabbit hole, looking her up in different outfits, different angles.
We need more.
They're going nuts. And it's just too funny. Like the stuff people choose to stick on and
it's funny.
Post all these different memes and clips. It's just funny. It is something the internet was going off on.
Yeah. So cute. What were you going to talk about? Summer Walker.
Oh yeah. Did you listen to her new
I did.
EP?
Actually.
Okay.
Saturday.
I did too.
Yesterday.
Girl, I thought I had something pulled up about this.
What were your thoughts?
Oh, I wanted to hear your thoughts.
It was all right. Will I go back and listen to it? I even tried to listen to it again.
Okay. What I will say about it, it's called Clear 2: Soft Life EP. That's what it's called.
Like 5 songs or something like that.
It has more than 5, but it is very short. Yeah. Okay. It is very short. Like when it moved on to something else, you know how
Bitch, it has
take you to something else. It's more than 5. You know how Spotify will take you to something else after you're finished listening. I was like, wait, it's over?
It's
like
over.
I didn't even
It has
know
9.
this.
Excuse me.
Okay. Yeah.
9 songs.
It is short. And all the songs I think are short. So that's probably what made you think it's 5 songs. Awesome. But anyway, normally I have to give a project more than one listen before I decide what songs I really like and yada, yada, yada.
Yeah.
I don't know. There was just something about it that was disconnecting for me about it. I couldn't really get into the majority of the songs. And the skits completely missed me with. I hate skits on an album. I hate them. I don't know. There weren't any, session 32s or
35.
riots. It's 32.
Okay, shit. Yeah, you're right. Girl, I was thinking, go ahead. It is 32. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm. There's no, songs like that for me.
No.
On this, and I was just like, I was waiting.
I fell in love with her when she first came out. That Session 32, Girls Need Love Too. It's like, oh God, it's like that Summer Walker vibe. Like,
so
I love her. And then she changed her body and she was like, I'm going to change this music too. And I hate it. A lot of it sounds the same. The new songs that she has on here sound a lot like some things that she's already made.
Oh,
which I was kind of like, okay, this sounds like something I've already heard. Also, most of the songs are about her being a single mom and her nigga wasn't shit. And now she's got to do everything on her own, which is kind of like, no, you don't. You have access, so you can hire somebody to help you. It's almost like she wants people to relate to this struggle, but your struggle is not
our struggle,
the average single mother's struggle. Yeah. So I don't really need to hear it on an album, but I mean, sure.
It's fair. It also, some of the songs that I remember some of the lyrics of what she was talking about, it goes along with the title, like kind of looking at herself in more of a soft light.
Yeah. And
I know that that's a big conversation that Black women are having, like, be vulnerable, be soft. Sometimes you don't always have to be strong and hard. Yeah. Again, it's not really something I identify with personally.
Same. Which I don't have to listen to things that I identify with. So that's not even it. I just wasn't really... Tracy asked me if I was listening to it. And then he said something about he had read or heard something about people comparing it to Erykah Badu. And I was like, what an insult.
I saw that too. And I was just like, I disagree.
I didn't get that at all. I could see like how like she was doing like backgrounds and stuff. That could be maybe confused with, but
yeah, it was saying something about old Erykah Badu, like some of her old stuff, that it was reminiscent of that, and I completely disagree. 100%.
Yeah, I didn't get that. She had songs with Childish Gambino and J. Cole on there, and of course they sound good. I'll give it another try, but I have a feeling it's
not going to be in my back pocket.
No, not for me. And maybe somebody else can relate and really get something out of it, but me personally, I didn't, and I was actually really excited to see it.
Me too.
Pop up. So
I was just like, I gotta run and listen to it, and then I was just like, wait,
it's not for me. Yeah, no, I'm glad you brought it to the table. I'm glad I had listened to it too. Otherwise, I would.
Yeah, I was shocked that you had even heard of it. So,
really, me, the music head.
Okay, bitch.
Are we doing switch up?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it. Switch up. Switch up. Unpopular opinions. Okay, this week we're doing unpopular opinions, and mine are definitely unpopular, I'm sure. Both of mine are related to titties. I don't know why, but they are.
It's because of Janelle. We know why.
No, these have been on my list.
Sure. That's what you tell us. Yeah. Okay,
I'll go first. My first unpopular opinion, I can't do cleavage. I know a lot of people love cleavage. Okay, I'm going to say it, but then I'm going to take it back. But then I'm going to say it again. I can't do cleavage. But I can, like, lately I've been doing a little cleavage. So it's kind of like, bitch, you just said you don't like cleavage. But it depends on what the cleavage is looking like.
Okay.
I am more of a natural cleavage gal now. I used to not like cleavage at all. Yeah. Like, I do not want to see the tatas. I don't. But now that girlies are wearing them just like natural, like you gonna see these tits and they gonna hang how they gonna hang. So like I don't mind a little like natural cleavage, but when they're sitting up here and the skin is taut, stretched, and they're bubbling over, I cannot take it. I hate it.
We share this opinion.
Like a push-up bra, I hate a push-up bra. There's no need. Now, if you have naturally big boobs, and that's just on you, Miss Girl. But for me personally, cleavage does nothing for me.
Same. I hate my own cleavage. Like
I know you do.
Seeing it, if there's a top that comes a little bit low, I'm just like, get it out of here. There's nothing that I like about it. And I think what you are thinking of, maybe we have the same thought as far as the natural cleavage you're saying. I don't mind seeing a little bit of like the chest area in between cleavage. Like if you have something low cut on and then you see a little bit of the chest in between the boobs and maybe you see a little scoop of the side.
I prefer the boobs not even touch.
Right. I don't want to see the cleavage line. And if it's long, get out of here. I don't want to see a 3-mile long cleavage starting up here. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it.
I'm in agreement. I can't. It just doesn't do anything for me. But I know a lot of people that like big titty gals, and they are like, give me all the cleavage. So
yeah,
that's why it's an unpopular opinion.
It is an unpopular opinion because most people are like, give me that queen. Okay,
yeah.
So my first one, none of mine have to do with titties.
Goodness. Spread it out.
Ironing clothes is useless.
Girl, that's a good one.
First of all,
iron in there collecting dust.
Even purchasing clothes that require ironing. What are we doing this for? They make clothes that, give the look of, oh yeah, this is freshly pressed, but it's the material that don't wrinkle. Why are we still buying wrinkle clothes? And then you iron it to go out that day. You sit down in your car and drive for 15 minutes. You're wrinkled again. What was the point?
I'll throw some in the dryer in a heartbeat.
In a minute.
And that's all I'm going to do.
I don't understand the ironers out there. And if there are some listening, explain to me your reason for this.
I have a friend that comes, Tika. She'll come and she'll stay and she asks for the iron every time. And I'm like, I don't have an ironing board. So you're going to have to make it do. We do not own an ironing board. For what?
One thing I do have is a steamer.
I have a steamer. Don't use that bitch either.
I have used my steamer recently.
Very good.
And steaming is so much easier and quicker than ironing, number one.
It is.
And it's just for like,
let me hit this up real quick.
Yeah, hit it. Yeah. And you're done. I'm not pulling out that fucking ironing board. For what? It's a no.
It's a no. Okay. Good girl. Girl, what's my last one? Oh, I absolutely hated breastfeeding. Hated it. So every minute of it.
So people are saying that it's a bonding experience.
Moms love breastfeeding. Oh, and my baby, the connection with my baby. Hated it. Hated it both times.
Oh.
I preferred pumping.
Okay.
And that's exactly what I did. Okay. I hated it.
And that probably more people have that opinion, but they're afraid to say it. So
I don't know.
I'm glad that you're coming out with your truth.
Hated it. It is. I know why people love it because it's like, yeah, you're like connecting with your baby, and then it's easier because you just pop them on the tit. But then you're solely responsible for feeding them every time they get hungry, which I still was because I had to pump. But then I could, store milk in the freezer and, and then Tracy could feed the baby when I was gone or,
That's true.
I hated breastfeeding, period, pumping, all of that. I hated all of it. And I did it with both kids for a year till they were a year old. And that shit wore me out.
Yeah. Girl, I remember so countless times when either you and I were together and you'd be like, I gotta pump. I should have pumped 3 hours ago. And I'm like, huh?
It rules your entire life. It runs your life for the first year that they're born. And it's just exhausting. Hate it.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yes,
that's hard. I can't argue with you there.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. My last one. This is probably truly an unpopular opinion.
Okay.
Cupcakes have too much icing for me. I hate traditional icing. I'm not an icing
Buttercream.
Buttercream, miss me.
What do you prefer? Cream cheese?
Cream cheese frosting I like, but still it has to be a dollop. I do not want a big old centimeter thick of any icing.
You could wipe it off.
Do not want. I do.
Oh, okay.
And I do. I have seen kids, and it makes me want to gag. I've seen kids like take off a whole finger
And
of
then-
icing and eat it by itself.
It's sweet.
Fucking yuck. It just don't even, especially like grocery store cakes that are just sitting there and the icing literally is hard to the touch.
Yeah.
And then it like breaks up in your mouth when it gets,
Girl, what?
oh my God.
You can miss me with cupcakes altogether.
Okay.
I'd much rather have cake.
I like cupcakes. I like cake also, but I'm not buying a whole cake if I want a cake. You know, like I'm going to go get a cupcake, but I'm going to go to a cupcake shop where it's more of,
Moist and...
Yeah, it's more of a better quality experience. Uh-oh, we can still
Girl, I'm
see
getting
you
tickles in my
coughing the
throat.
corner.
I know. I just don't want to be all up in the mic, everybody's ear.
You're fine.
Coughing and shit.
But yeah, so yeah, I do like cupcakes a lot, but if they got too much icing, I'm scraping it off.
Oh, God, sis. Cakes, they just seem more moist, and I like, y'all know we like the inside pieces of shit.
Yes.
I want the inside piece of cake.
Edges.
The edges be too cooked. Well, that's what you get 360 around the entire
No,
cupcake.
it's not. It's in a cup and it be soft.
The edges, the top be cooked all the way.
No, man.
Around.
They be soft.
360. Back of the head.
Back of the head. Just like a muffin. You know how you used to make blueberry muffins? The tops used to be soft.
Yeah, they did. Blueberry muffins actually sound good. I haven't made those in a long time. All right, this is long. Take us out.
Alrighty. Follow us on all social media. Instagram, TikTok. Join our Facebook group at Sesame Tell You Podcast. And the group is called Sesame Tell You Podcast Group. Before you leave this app, give us a 5-star rating. Leave us a glowing review. We would absolutely adore that. We will read it on an episode in the future.
Yep.
If you're scrolling on social media and see something that you want us to cover on an episode, tag us in it and we'll do it. If it's, something that is interesting, we'll do it.
Yeah. Do it. All right, y'all. That's all we got.
All right.
It was fun. It was scary.
It was scary. Bitch, don't bring us back to
I
the
won't do that
conspiracy.
again. But it was interesting, right?
Yeah.
Was it interesting?
Oh, it was extremely interesting.
Okay.
It was terrifying as well.
No, you typically like stuff like this. You like death. All right. We'll see y'all. Bye.
Bye.